They say justice is blind, but what if the victim begs the court to keep the accused behind bars even after the verdict? Cassie Ventura just shocked the courtroom and the public with her latest move against Sean "Diddy" Combs. From music mogul to federal suspect, Diddy's downfall has taken the world by storm. But it's Cassie's bold courtroom request that's turning heads and raising eyebrows everywhere. Sean "Diddy" Combs has always been one of the most powerful names in the entertainment industry. For decades, he was seen as untouchable, a billionaire mogul behind Bad Boy Records, the man who launched careers and dominated hip-hop. But lately, that image has crumbled into dust. Let's rewind for a moment. In 2023, Cassie Ventura, the former singer and Diddy's longtime ex-girlfriend, filed a shocking lawsuit that accused him of physical abuse, manipulation, and years of control during their relationship. The case was settled quickly, within just one day. But that wasn't the end, it was just the start of a much bigger storm. Over the months that followed, multiple women and individuals came forward with their own disturbing claims. What was once whispered behind closed doors had now exploded into public view. Accusations of trafficking, coercion, drug use, and violence. Some described Diddy's parties as wild, others said they were criminal. Then came the federal raids. In March 2024, Homeland Security agents raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Helicopters circled, SWAT teams showed up. Footage of the dramatic operation flooded the internet. People couldn't believe what they were seeing: Diddy, the larger-than-life businessman, being investigated like a kingpin. Fast forward to the present, and we now find ourselves in the middle of a high-stakes legal battle. Diddy has officially been charged with serious federal crimes, and while he hasn't been convicted yet, the trial is already creating massive public debate. But here's where it gets even more intense. After the trial verdict was read, which didn't lead to immediate sentencing, Cassie Ventura made a move that stunned the courtroom. She asked the judge not to release Sean Combs from custody. Her reasoning? She believes he's still a danger not just to her, but to others. This wasn't just about justice for herself anymore. It was a warning to the entire system. In a detailed letter filed to the court, Cassie reportedly described how Diddy's influence, power, and wealth still pose a real risk. She argued that releasing him even on bail would allow him to interfere with witnesses, silence victims, or even retaliate. Her message was clear: this man can't be trusted outside the system. Let's take a moment to understand why this matters so much. In high-profile cases like this, judges are often pressured, sometimes directly, sometimes silently, to let wealthy, powerful people walk free while they await further hearings. They're seen as less likely to flee, less likely to cause trouble. But Cassie's statement challenges that entire idea. She's basically saying, he has all the tools to manipulate the process, and he's done it before. This is what's known as a preventive detention argument. It's when the court is asked to keep someone in custody, not because they've already been sentenced, but because they're seen as too dangerous to release. In Cassie's case, it's even more complicated. She's not just a witness or bystander, she's the person whose allegations lit the fuse in the first place. Her voice carries enormous emotional weight. When she speaks, people listen. And that's exactly why her request is being taken so seriously. But what happens now? That's where things get messy. The judge in this case now has to weigh a few things. First, is Diddy a flight risk? With private jets, homes across the country, and international connections, the answer could easily be yes. Second, could he intimidate witnesses or interfere in the case if he's released? Given the number of accusers and the resources at his disposal, that's a real possibility. And third, does his continued presence in the public raise concerns for the victim's safety, both physical and emotional? Those are the questions now hanging in the air, and the decision could change everything. If the judge grants Cassie's request, it'll send a powerful message that no matter how rich or famous you are, you don't get special treatment. If he denies it, and Diddy is released even temporarily, it could spark outrage, protests, and a fresh wave of backlash online. It's also important to understand what's really at stake for Diddy right now. He's facing not only criminal charges, but also civil lawsuits from multiple women. The public perception of him has collapsed. Major companies have cut ties. Music platforms are reconsidering his legacy. and fans once loyal to the core are divided. This isn't just about Diddy's guilt or innocence anymore, it's about what happens when survivors fight back in a system that usually favors the powerful. Cassie's request to keep him in custody is a direct challenge to the idea that money and fame can buy freedom. She's not just trying to protect herself, she's warning everyone that the danger doesn't stop once the cameras turn off. If Diddy walks free, what message does that send to the next victim who wants to speak out? That silence is safer, or that justice can be bought? This moment could decide more than one man's fate. It could decide how seriously we take accountability in a culture built on fame. For years, whispers about Diddy's behavior swirled through the industry. There were rumors of NDA payouts, intimidation, secret deals, but it was all kept quiet until Cassie broke the silence. Her decision to speak out triggered a chain reaction. It gave others courage. It made law enforcement take notice. And now, with this latest courtroom move, she's continuing to push for accountability. And let's not forget the historical context. The music industry has a long, messy history of protecting powerful men even when the accusations pile up. R. Kelly, Dr. Luke, even Russell Simmons. These cases reveal just how long predators can operate behind the scenes when fame and money shield them. That's what makes this moment feel so different. Cassie's asking the court not to protect power but to protect the people. As we wait for the judge's decision, one thing's clear: this isn't just about Diddy anymore. It's about whether the justice system can actually stand up to celebrity and wealth, or whether it'll fold under pressure. The key moment? Cassie putting her safety and dignity on the line to stop a man she believes is still dangerous. In a world where silence used to win, she's choosing to speak up loudly, publicly, and without fear. Her courtroom plea wasn't just a legal move, it was a personal stand. Against power, against silence, against the idea that fame equals freedom. So now, all eyes are on the judge. Will the court listen to Cassie's warning, or will Diddy walk out the door? Either way, this case is forcing the world to rethink what justice really looks like when the person on trial owns the room. Watch our next video to see how this case could change the rules for celebrity justice forever. Do like, subscribe for more interesting videos like these, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you never miss an update.